Dude, no, I completely agree.
Yeah.
I
mean, I'm telling you, man, the mind of Isaiah is a stream of flowing water for those who need a sip. Basket in, baby. We're going on a ride. What's going on, guys? It's Isaiah Chiha Play 60 FPS HD here, and we're shooting this thing live, baby. I got Mr. Chiritastic in the studio. Say what's up, man. Say what's up to the people.
Hey, man. IP60 is about to drop some financial heat for you guys, but I don't want to take any time. I'm gonna let you do your thing. You know, this is your channel, your show. Go preach to the people, man.
Yeah, so we just wrapped up the debut episode of the BCIP podcast. That's what we're calling it. That's the name, and we're not changing it. So, and we're gonna have some teaser content coming up real soon, and we're gonna put the finishing touches on it and get it out to the world, man. So that premiere, that debut is coming up soon, man. But your boy is back with another financial video, the first financial video that has been long awaited by the fans of the channel. And I want to say this first. This is a humble beginnings type video. This is based on the foundation that has been built from the principles of the Bible. In other words, I'm not up to scale just yet, like some of these mainstream YouTube channels out there, but the foundations and principles still apply in this video. So, for those that are unaware, I am a aspiring web developer, currently doing some self-teaching, and my current primary job is in vehicle operations. Everything else is basically on the side, including making these videos for you guys. So, my first lesson comes with a little bit of a backstory. I flip-flopped in between my first and second jobs. My second job was working fast food chains, and I won't tell you which one because it doesn't matter. They all pay about the same. But lesson one was learning to save early, very early on in life. And I'm talking about like teen years, man. 15, 16, those years. And working at this restaurant, I made around $8K over the summer. And when I left that establishment, I left with $8K in my pocket. You know, the Bible says, in the house of the wise are stores of choice food and oil. A foolish man devours all that he has. So, that $8K, later on through my 20s, gave me a nice little pad to build on as life started to unfold. And you know, these things are strictly foundational at this point. So, I'm talking about having an emergency fund, or at least the beginnings of one, paying for school, having extra money in the bank to, you know, pick up some side groceries or pick up a quick meal every now and then. Especially when my parents weren't cooking. You know, I had to fend for myself. You know, I was making those 3-minute ramen noodle packets, cutting up chicken legs and serving them up with some fast cooked rice. That's how you do it, man. That's what those bodybuilders eat. That chicken and rice combination. This is good, man. That's why I'm jacked now. Been training in the dark. Nobody can see me. That's the most important training there is. But I'm getting off topic here. You know, just being able to pay for those short-term expenses, you know, like car repairs and paying bills later on in life. You know, I had that foundation and set some good habit patterns for myself to propel me forward out of that phase of life. My second lesson would be to know your surroundings and know who you're working with. While I was working fast food, I had coworkers that would literally stand around on their phones for hours. And they would only act like they were working or doing something when the manager came around the corner. But these guys are scumbags, man. I'll just be honest with you. They only look to collect a check and then spend it all on Jordans and fake chains, walking around with cubic zirconium in their ears, and I don't know, man. But you know, their conversations are based on the last modern day prostitute that they had relations with in their parents' house. But don't associate yourselves with these people, man. especially if you want to go places in life. And you guys should know by now I'm Christian, so I'm going to bring up another Bible verse for you. And if you don't like it, who cares? Get out. But the Bible says here, evil company ruins good morals. They will drag you down. These people will drag you down and bring you to your knees, morally and financially. So, be aware of who you're hanging around with, man. Number 3 is to get a good return on investment. When I look to spend money, I always think to myself, am I going to get a good, optimal return on this item or service in the long run? A prime example would be my Herman Miller X Logitech Embody Gaming Chair. I know, guys, I know you guys are so sick of hearing me talk about this chair in my videos, but the chair is legit. So, let's break this down. Huge upfront cost. Alright? No getting around it. This thing costs about 1.8K. Alright? Now, my trial period has already ran out. Okay? 30 days. But let's say I bought this chair and I'm under the trial period of 30 days. Now, if I don't like it, I can send it back for a full refund. Shout out to Herman Miller, man. That is a rock solid return policy you guys got. Number 2, for 1.8K, I get rid of long-term health effects. These things include back pain, neck pain, future chiropractor treatments from sitting all day or having my entire torso bent over like a C sitting in those gaming chairs. This thing provides all-day comfort. And I'm not kidding. Okay? Number 3, again, credit to Herman Miller for this, man. A 12-year-long warranty. 12 years. That is longevity, people. And if any part of this chair breaks, I can take it in and say replace it, and it's done. No questions asked. Okay? Number 4 is resale value. Yes, this chair is gonna lose value, but not as much as your brand new car will once you drive it off the lot and hit a pothole 2 meters down the block, okay? Now, by no means will I be selling this chair, but if I did, I could put it back on the market for about $800 to $1,000, depending on how long I've had the chair. So, these are rock solid returns on investments, guys. Now, these things don't just have to go towards making you happy. They can go towards others, friends, family, randoms on the street. You know, I'm big on giving, guys. It helps you. Helps you keep your spirit in check as your personal wealth grows. You know, so I'll go out and give meals to the homeless every now and then. It's stuff like that, man, that really brings that long-lasting happiness, knowing that you can make a difference in someone else's life. Lesson number 4 is to stop buying depreciating assets. Now, I touched on this earlier on things like cars and designer clothes, but now let me just say this. If you got the money to blow, then by all means do your thing. Okay? I'm not mad at you. Just make sure your life is already stable. And I'll give you an example from my life. The last piece of clothing that I bought was a good pair of all black Ultra Bounce shoes, okay? From Adidas. Around a year ago. A year and some change. And prior to that, I bought another pair of Adidas shoes for about $120. And they were on sale. The original price was probably around $240, okay? Now, I know I won't be doing that again, but I haven't bought any new clothes before, in between, or after those 2 purchases. It's crazy how disciplined I am, okay? Especially when I'm developing that future mindset. That mindset of do something now so you can be happy about it later on. Now, let's go back to the depreciating assets thing. I want to talk about these teens, these rich teens. Let me iterate that. Rich teens. Some middle class ones too out there, but for the most part, rich teens. Okay. These 18, 19, 20 something year olds driving expensive cars, Lamborghinis, Teslas, Mercedes-Benz, BMWs, and barely knowing how to drive. First of all, you need to get off the streets. You need to get off the streets, man. But these are the type of people that end up in the news for a publicity stunt or a fatal car crash, putting themselves in financial suicide just to make a YouTube video and impress people. They're fake friends on Facebook. Don't do this stuff, guys. Don't do this stuff. This is financial suicide right here, man. Financial suicide. Taking out loans, putting them on credit cards. No, man. Be smart with your money. Be wise. Make wise, calm, rational decisions that are going to give you peace at the end of the day. Alright? Don't go along with the crowd. Don't be a lemon. Alright? I know we're about to talk about Tesla a whole lot in our podcast and everything. And I know I got some kiddos watching my channel. And you guys watch the big YouTubers that talk about Tesla. But let me tell you something, man. They're taking out loans and stuff too. They're buying multiple Teslas. Taking out loans, putting them on credit cards. There's a few good ones out there. They pay for Teslas with cash. Ben Sullins, Allier, Hyperchange, Hypershift, Hyper something. But don't follow these people, man. They're giving you the wrong impressions. They're giving you the wrong foundations. Alright? Now, number 5 is setting goals for yourself. Setting goals for yourself and your financial future. Now, early on, I realized that setting goals with not only my money, but with my life are the quickest ways to start to achieve them. Now, let me explain. I made a goal for myself to save up for closing costs, moving expenses, and a down payment for my house. Alright? Now, this may seem like a daunting task to save up, 20, 30, 40K for a down payment alone, but it's worth it. It's worth the price you pay when you see that amount of money sitting there in your bank account. I'll be real with you guys. I probably look at it almost every other day, just as a reminder and inspiration to myself to say, hey man, look how far you've come. Look at the fruits of your labor. They're paying dividends. And guys, let me explain this here, man. Saving this amount of money is a snowball effect over years and years of hard, dedicated work. Okay? This does not come easy for most people. I didn't know about Dave Ramsey when I was saving up for my first $8,000. I was just excited to see the numbers piling up in my account. And that feeling just continues to grow as my wealth builds and never goes away. Hopefully, anyway. God might humble me or something, but hopefully he doesn't do it that way. But this trickles down to delayed gratification. Once again, the Bible says we need to take up our cross daily and follow him. No discipline seems pleasant at the time, but it yields a harvest of righteousness. When you're young, starting out in the workforce, you can't just do anything you want, buy anything you want. You're going to end up broke, especially for a big time purchase you need later on down the road. You need to establish an emergency fund, because that really comes in handy in your 20s. Car breakdowns, repairs, and especially when you buy a house, because now you got more stuff to fix when things break. And you don't want to go broke trying to fix broken things when they break in your house that you have to pay for. Come on now. Delayed gratification is number 5. Alright. Number 6 is increasing your income. Now, I'm trying to do this myself by becoming a web developer / programmer. But I've already doubled my income. Now, I can talk from my experience. Yes, it's important to save money, especially while you're young. You may not be making much to start out, but everyone's path is different. And yes, being frugal and delayed gratification play a pivotal role in achieving some financial success. But there is a mentally freeing release that happens when you realize that you don't have to have your foot down on that frugal gas pedal 100% of the time. When I learned this, that I could make more money by having different revenue streams, my mind was blown at 18 plus years old. And it was astonishing to learn that I didn't have to work a job with low pay just to bring in income. Now, like I said, I'm slowly coming out of this foundational phase and moving into building some wealth. And I've had a few income streams that I'd like to share, but I'll do that in another video. So, you guys know I gotta keep the suspense, right? Yeah, you guys know. You know. But one of the income sources that I've recently added is swag bucks. Now, to keep a long story short, how much you earn is completely up to you. Now, I don't know the exact numbers to tell you because I haven't been keeping tabs on my own progress like that, but I do this about every day to hit a daily goal on the app. And recently I bought my audio equipment, meaning the microphone that I told you guys I was going to get the Shure MV7, along with the boom arm and a desk mat, just a whole lot of different desk office accessories that didn't come from out of my primary job's paycheck. So Swagbucks is a great additional source of income that I primarily use for spending. And this is short-term spending, so, things that are probably going to be around under $100, okay? And let me just clarify here, I bought the mic with some of my primary occupational paycheck money, but there was a great contribution on the Swagbucks side that helped get the cost down. So definitely look into some side hustle opportunities for yourself, man. These things can go a very long way, especially with spending for stuff like gas and small bills and extracurricular expenses, man. Number 7 is avoiding debt and credit cards. So your boy has had to learn this one the hard way. I am no stranger to debt, but Sally Mae is becoming a long-lost relative, so to speak. So I got hooked for about $3,000 a year taking on school loans, but once I got that off my back, I was a free man. Now credit cards, on the other hand, are something I will never have in my household, period. Okay? They are just some of the worst inventions ever made. And I mean, why pay for something at a higher rate at the end of the month instead of just paying cash for it one time? Seriously. Put the cash on the barrelhead, put a bullet in the chamber, and fire that sucker. And if you shoot to kill the first time, you don't have to waste any more bullets. You know what I'm saying? That probably went over your heads, but I'm spitting fire on the microphone today, man. Pay cash for your stuff, people. And only go into debt for your mortgage, okay? Better yet, pay cash for a house. Let's set the standard. Set the bar high, all right? If you can't write a check to pay for something, you can't afford it. I don't want to hear your mouth about it. You can't afford it. These YouTubers leasing Teslas. They're not buying them, they're leasing them. And they don't even get to keep the car. Paying an extra 10 grand for autopilot, full self-driving. Get out of here, man. Everybody thinks they're making it. Get out of here. You know what they call that in Austin, Texas? Big hat, no cattle. Looking good with no money to back it up. But that's neither here nor there, man. It's just not worth it for me. It's not worth the hassle. So, I don't deal with credit cards, but if you pay them off every month and you're satisfied with that higher interest rate draining your wallet, then you do your thing, man. So, that's what I've learned so far in my financial journey over my 25 years of life. And I just wanted to share that with you guys, man, because I know we got some youngins in the channel. Primarily here for gaming, but they're gonna get some life lessons today, man. I told you guys we were going into that financial side of things, man. So this is just a little teaser. Small river and a big lake. type of content video for you, man. I hope you guys learned something. You know, your boys out here dropping some knowledge, dropping that heat, dropping that wisdom for the people out there, man. A lot of these things are simply foundational to start building wealth in the long term and be financially independent. Till next time, guys, as always, remember to keep things... Oh my gosh, that's not even my slogan. Be consistent with your endeavors, and you will always pull through. IP60, baby. Dropping knowledge for the world. Drop a like for the video. Follow me on Instagram, and subscribe for more. Peace out, guys.